What is going on? This is Brandon with Fleet Feet, and today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the ASICS Gel-Cumulus 26. Now, this is ASICS everyday daily trainer. It is also somewhat of a workhorse and really just like that bare bones shoe. You can really do it all. It's pretty versatile. It's a strong shoe. It takes all of the craziness and all of the wild technology out of it, and when you strip it down to the bare bones, like, this is what you get. This is the great shoe that ASICS can provide you, even when you're not looking for all of the bells and whistles. So a little bit of context, a little bit of history. I ran in the 25th version and now the 26th version. I like the 26th version a little bit more than the 25th version, but I will say there's not that many differences and there's not that many updates to this shoe. Starting with kind of my biggest pet peeve, or one of my biggest issues with the 25th version, now going into the 26th version, especially with the Cumulus line, is kind of finding its identity. Like, where does this fit into the line, and why would I pick this shoe over, say, the Nimbus, for example, or even the Novablast, right? Those are shoes to me that are pretty exciting and have, the Novablast is really fast, it's very versatile, there's a lot you can do with it. The Nimbus, it's soft, it's plush, it's got like that great ground feel coverage. You don't really have to do too much in terms of working hard in this shoe. It just kind of does the magic for you. The Cumulus is interesting to me because while I think there's not too much identity with this shoe, I think it is going to be your lighter weight option to, say, the Nimbus. The Cumulus is still well cushioned, it's still a daily trainer, it's still your workhorse shoe, as well as the Nimbus. You're just gonna get a bit of a lighter ride in this shoe while still retaining that cushioning that you're looking for. Beyond that, this shoe is just very reliable. There's no gimmicks, there's no tricks to this shoe. There's not too many overlays. What you're really gonna get here is a stripped down version of what that natural feel for a daily trainer should be. Starting with the upper, there wasn't too much change from the last version of this version. This is an engineered mesh upper. I think the last version was a jacquard engineered mesh upper, or was a jacquard mesh upper. But really what you need to know about this shoe is that it is breathable. There is a gusseted tongue. The lockdown is great. I'm loving the stretchy tongue that they've kept throughout some of the models and some of the versions here. So from a lockdown perspective, I felt like this shoe fit really, really well, especially in the heel and the midfoot. If you're looking for a shoe with a bit of a wider upper and a little bit of a wider toe box, I think that this shoe does have that. For a shoe like this, it will be able to accommodate a lot of different foot shapes and a lot of different foot styles. If you have a wide foot or if you have a narrow foot, I think this shoe will work for you. Moving down to the midsole, you have PureGEL technology in the heel, and you have Flight Foam Blast Plus in the forefoot. The PureGEL technology is meant to be more rigid, more stable, and has a little bit more structure to it. It's also a bit firmer of a foam. The Flight Foam Blast Plus, which is seen in the Nimbus and some of their faster model shoes, is a little bit softer. There's a bit more propulsion and toe-off feel in the forefoot. When going through my stride, I really loved the blend of both of these two foams and how they work together. I think that there was a nice balance between firm and soft on the foot when running in this shoe. Speaking of blend, let's move down to the outsole, which is a fluid ride outsole, which is a blend of EVA and rubber to give you this full-length rubber coverage going across the shoe, which is the biggest update to the Cumulus line this year. And it actually provides a little bit more grip. It's a little bit more cushioned, and I really loved it. I found no issues with the grip of this shoe. I found that it worked really, really well with my stride. Cornering, there were no issues. When picking up the pace or changing paces, I had no problems. This shoe was great just for walking around in. I found it very comfortable on foot. This is definitely a great option for anyone who's looking for a shoe with enough grip and durability to kind of take you to that next level. Admittedly, this shoe is probably not my first choice in the ASICS lineup. There's just so many exciting options, whether it be the Superblast or the Novablast 4 or the Nimbus, for example, that this shoe, even though it probably isn't my first pick, it's not that it's a bad shoe. It's actually a great shoe, and I enjoyed the miles in it. I just think that ASICS makes so many exciting shoes now that this one just falls a little bit lower on the list for me personally. But if you're looking for something that just has the structure, has the blend that you need, and just kind of bare bones, take away all of the fancy technology, and you just want to go back to basics, the ASICS Gel-Cumulus is a perfect option for that. Whether it be for walking, running, changing pace, for your next 5K that you're training for, I think this shoe can take you a very long way, and it's very durable, and I think you can get about 400 miles in this shoe, which I think is a great bang for your buck. If you like this shoe and you want to learn more about it, or you're just curious in general, leave your questions or comments below. And if you have any other suggestions or shoes that I should be reviewing, or the next one that you'd like to hear about, please let me know.